You have been hearing about people trying to relocate human beings from Earth to Mars, but have you ever wondered what it would be like to wake up and go about your day on this planet? Do you think your life as you know it would be any different? In this video, we're going to be looking at what life on Mars would be like. As a true Musk fan, we have watched him conceive his immaculate plan of moving humanity to Mars to give us a second home. While he is not the first to come up with this plan, he is the only one that is taking practical steps to see that this plan works out in the shortest plan possible. He has carried us along in every stage of the plan, and it has been nothing short of excellence. Elon Musk plans to have about 1 million people living and working on Mars by 2050. Judging by the progress that the SpaceX visionary has made so far, the 30 years might come sooner than we expected. What do we mean by this? A logical plan for an interplanetary relocation should definitely involve a stable transportation system. SpaceX already has this part figured out with the Starships. The prototype for the Starship, the SN-15 rocket, is not far from the main deal. We've already made an in-depth video about the SpaceX Starship, so we would not be saying a lot about this. You can check out the video to learn about this spaceship that would transport us to Mars. If you already know about the Starship, it would excite you to know that the SN-15 has recently completed its test and it was successful. It launched and returned successfully, only stopping for a fuel refill. So, in no time, the manufacturing of the Starship would soon begin. The transportation aspect is already settled, but what would it be like to live on Mars? In this video, we are going to be looking at what life on a whole new planet would be like. We have come across some pretty interesting theories online regarding this topic. We will share these theories with you, and you can also give us your thoughts in the comment section. What do we know about life on Mars? Let us look at how different life on Mars is from life on Earth. The first thing to note is the temperature on Mars. The average temperature is about minus 60 degrees Celsius. This temperature is already insanely cold by any standards. However, in the peak of summer, Mars can reach a temperature of about 20 degrees Celsius, which is fairly warm, but it doesn't mean you'll be chilling on a lounge chair in your bikini every day. Next is the atmosphere. The atmosphere on Mars is pretty much non-existent, seeing as the planets are mostly populated with carbon dioxide. The volume of the atmosphere gas on Mars is less than 1% of what we have on Earth, so there's really not much to work with. In addition to there being nothing there to breathe, there is also nothing there to protect the surface of Mars from cosmic radiation. You see, as much of the sun sustains our life here on Earth, that's only because our atmosphere can block out all of the bad radiation that would just kill us if we were exposed to it. It may potentially transform us into superheroes, but who wants to find out? On Mars, gravity is also significantly lower. Because Mars is so much smaller than Earth, its gravity is only about a third as powerful. That's actually a good thing for us because the human body will be substantially weakened after 7 months of weightlessness in space. So, restoring strength on Mars will be easier than trying to return home after an extended stay on Earth, though it will be difficult to overcome. Then there are these massive dust storms that can sometimes envelop the entire planet. On Mars, dust will be a major problem. The wind on Mars would not be a problem because, as previously stated, the atmosphere is much thinner than here on Earth. So even in a 100-kilometer high dust storm on Mars, the wind is only blowing at about 60 kilometers per hour. However, dust will be a major issue because it gets everywhere. Dust can contaminate and destroy equipment. The dust storms will be bad, but they won't be as bad as in Mad Max, where everyone gets wiped off. In comparison, it'll be a breeze. Mars will undoubtedly be a dangerous place, and as Musk has stated, people would most likely die. How to make Mars more conducive for humanity? Musk said in a CNN interview that he would only go to Mars personally if he knew SpaceX would continue after he died. As a result, even as the boss, he is pessimistic about his chances of surviving. Is there anything we can do, however, to make Mars a more habitable home for humans? There are a few theories regarding how to terraform Mars. Musk has a notion that it's probably insane, but let's discuss it anyway. In support of his goal to terraform Mars, Musk tweeted in August 2019, "Nuke Mars. We should nuke it." This is a drastic answer, but there is science behind it. Though there are differing viewpoints, the premise is that if you drop several nuclear bombs on top of Mars' polar regions, you get something like this. The generated heat might thaw the frozen water, releasing massive amounts of carbon dioxide and water vapor into the Martian atmosphere. In theory, all of this freshly released gas would raise the density of Mars' atmosphere, potentially triggering a greenhouse effect that would cause the planet to warm. On a basic level, that makes sense. A study published in the journal Nature Astronomy in 2018 determined that there isn't enough carbon dioxide stored on Mars, at least not that we know about, to cause any major warming of the planet. Other scientists believe that even if there was enough gas for this plan to work, the entire thing could backfire and result in a nuclear winter. If enough Martian dust was kicked up by this explosion, it might cover the entire planet and blot out the sun for years. So this experiment can put our chances at a new home in jeopardy. To make Mars habitable, some people have advised that we live in a miniature dome villages. These domes would be engineered in a way that the atmosphere in the dome would be conducive enough to allow us to survive without wearing suits. We can go about our daily lives within these domes without the risk of all these environmental hazards. Is this practical? Another option is to use 3D printed eggs to create Martian structures. Dirt would be used to make these eggs. AI Space Factory has developed an automated procedure for 3D printing an egg-shaped building on Mars using materials gathered there. The concept is to combine basalt with bioplastic to create a long-lasting building material. The basalt fibers would be collected from Martian rock, while the polylactic acid binding material would be extracted from plants that could be grown in greenhouses on Mars. As a result, a 3D printing robot would construct an extremely robust stable in an insulating shell. The conditions on Mars necessitate a construction that can withstand internal atmospheric pressure and heat shocks. AI Space Factory believes that an egg form would be suitable. There would be no hallways, only several levels because everything would be built vertically. Remember that gravity is substantially less of an issue on Mars, thus there's no reason not to build upwards. This is a far more realistic solution than attempting to construct domes with materials brought from Earth. NASA has already backed the AI Space Factory, awarding the startup a $500,000 prize in a 2015 competition to find the most promising Martian design. There is a lot more to discuss, like electricity, transportation, and many more, but time is not on our side. What do you think about life on Mars? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified about more videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.